Good evening. In 4 months' time, voters will head to the polls for local elections, but dozens of councils could have them postponed for a second year in a row. One of those is Basildon Borough Council in Essex, currently run by Labour. Opposition parties have criticised the council leader, who has laid out plans to ask the government for another year-long delay in order to better establish the changes made after the national reform of local government. Conservative and Reform members say it'll prevent residents from choosing new councillors who think better represent them. Well, here's our political correspondent, Simon Harris.
Chris has been repairing watches in Basildon Town Centre for 30 years, and he has a theory about why Labour wants to cancel the council election on May the 7th.
They're probably scared that we're going to vote reform.
Are you?
Yes, absolutely.
In his barber's shop, Seamus is used to talking politics with his customers.
Labour's just blown it. They're all going to go reform. So anyone that's Labour at the moment, if there was an election, it would be reform.
Like every other local authority in Essex, Basildon Council is on death row. The government wants to scrap the current system of local government. Under proposals announced by the former Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner, there will be fewer councils and more mayors.
Our devolution revolution will deliver the greatest transfer of power from Whitehall to our communities in a generation.
The government believes May's elections will put an unnecessary strain on councils at a time of huge upheaval. A spokesperson said these are exceptional circumstances where councils have told us they're struggling to prepare for resource-intensive elections. But one of two Reform UK councillors in Basildon believes Labour has been spooked by the opinion polls.
I think for the opinion polls to show that 1 in 2 residents would vote reform, and if you compare that to other parties like Labour, where it's 1 in 11, I think that is a testament to what we're doing here locally.
At Langdon Leisure Centre, there was indignation that the election might be off.
I think it's disgusting because I think it's Keir Starmer's way of trying to keep himself in Parliament.
Labour are not doing any good, and Conservative didn't, so yeah, I'm going for reform.
The suffragettes, they suffered for us to have votes, and now they're taking it away from us.
The government has asked councils to submit their views on whether elections should go ahead. Basildon Council's Labour leader wasn't available to talk to us, but papers published online make it clear a meeting of the council's cabinet tomorrow will recommend postponing the election.
If they start cancelling elections, you're cancelling democracy, bits by bits, because you could get to the state, we cancelled it last year, we'll cancel it next year. And so, democracy sort of disappears.
Ministers will make the final decision on the elections sometime in the coming weeks.
And Simon, Reform have also made it clear today they are targeting the capital.
Yes, the next election for London Mayor isn't until 2028. But today, Reform UK's leader Nigel Farage announced the name of his party's candidate for that election. She's Layla Cunningham, a mother of 7 and former Conservative councillor in Westminster before she defected. Now, the election for London Mayor is more than 2 years away, but there is an ulterior motive. Farage wants her to be the figurehead for his party's campaign in the London Borough elections in May.
And she, from this moment on, will be the head of Reform UK London, our candidate for the mayor next year, but the face of our campaign as we fight a strong, vigorous campaign in all 32 London boroughs in the run-up to May the 7th.
Cunningham clearly has Sadiq Khan in her sights and immediately announced she would scrap the ultra-low emission zone.
ULEZ isn't about quality of air or air quality, it's about cash and control. He knew it would hit working Londoners the hardest. He just didn't care. He just wanted to be some kind of international eco-warrior.
Sir Sadiq Khan hasn't yet announced whether he's going to stand again as Labour's candidate for a record 4th term. His spokesperson, or sources close to him, said today he's just doing the job for a fairer, greener, safer London.
All right, Simon, thank you. Well, from local government to an international political row with football club Chelsea at its core, Labour MPs have joined the Ukraine Solidarity campaign to oppose the decision of the shadow Attorney General to represent the club's former owner. Roman Abramovich, a sanctioned Russian oligarch, is embroiled in a legal fight over billions of pounds in frozen assets made from the sale of Chelsea. Cafe Pater is outside Conservative Party HQ in Westminster, where a demonstration has been taking place. Kath.
Lucrezia, as you can see, the protesters, although in small numbers, are out in full force, not just against Roman Abramovich, the former Chelsea manager, the Russian oligarch, but also against his new lawyer. A bit of background as to how we got here. When Russia first invaded Ukraine back in 2022, Abramovich was sanctioned by the Conservative government, forced to sell Chelsea, money from that sale going to an appointed human rights charity. Then, come 2023/2024, there was a deadlock over how and where that money should be used. Critics saying it could end up in Russia, and as a result, those funds were frozen. Last year, the Labour government warned Abramovich that they would take him to court if the funds weren't transferred to their appointed charity. Which brings us to here and now. The lawyer helping Abramovich with his cash legal battle is part of the same government, the same party, the Conservatives, who sanctioned Abramovich in the first place. The people behind me, they're not happy about this. They don't think it's right. They think it's a conflict of interest.
It is a conflict of interest that he should be representing a sanctioned Russian oligarch against this country's efforts to bring justice to Ukraine. Her response was really quite shameful.
We believe that it's inhumane because we think that Ukrainian rights are not being prioritized at the moment.
Lucrezia, not too long ago, a Conservative spokesperson said that Lord Wolfson will no longer advise Kemi Badenoch on matters relating to Russia and Ukraine. He is still Abramovich's lawyer, he is still the Shadow Attorney General, but not when it comes to matters relating to Russia and Ukraine. Earlier, I spoke to Abramovich's constituency MP, Joe Powell. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
He is clearly unable to do both jobs. He cannot simultaneously advise the shadow cabinet and shadow ministers on the most important issues of national and international peace and security involving Russia, NATO, Ukraine, etc.
Should he resign fully?
Well, he cannot continue to do both jobs.
Well, as you heard, lots of conflicting views. The Labour clearly unhappy with this appointment. The Conservatives not too fussed. As for the man himself, the former Chelsea manager, the Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich, total silence.
All right, Kath in Westminster, thank you. Some other news now, and a man in his 30s has died after being hit by a police car in Southwark overnight. The Met Police said the vehicle was responding to an emergency call when it collided with the victim on Borough High Street. A cordon remains in place at the scene, and the Independent Office for Police Conduct has started an investigation into what happened. The musician Richard Ashcroft has been banned from driving for 6 months and made to pay nearly £3,000 after he was caught speeding in Brentford. The former Verve frontman was caught going 48 miles per hour in a 40 zone in February last year. And Kensington and Chelsea Council are warning 100,000 households in the borough that their personal data could have been taken by hackers in a cyber attack last month. The Met is investigating the incident alongside cybersecurity experts. Residents are being urged to follow the data breach advice from the National Cyber Security Centre. The daughter of murdered MP Sir David Amess sat down with the Home Secretary this afternoon once again to bid for a public inquiry into his killing. The Southend West MP was stabbed to death at a constituency surgery in October 2021. His killer, Ali Harbi Ali, had previously been referred to the Prevent counter-terror programme. He was met only once. Well, last year, Lady Amess and her daughter Katie criticised the government's rejection of their proposals, going as far as to call it a cover-up. Well, now they're waiting and hoping for a different outcome. Helen Keenan reports.
A new year and a new meeting with the Home Secretary for Sir David Amess's daughter to plead her case again for a public inquiry into the MP's murder, after a review still left them with questions.
There's no accountability, there's no answers. They're trying to just brush this under the carpet and get me to go away. It doesn't send a very good message to other terrorists that are considering, as we speak, to plot the deaths of innocent people, that if you can't even be bothered to do an inquiry for a Member of Parliament, how little you care about the general public.
Stabbed to death at his constituency surgery in Southend in October 2021.
Get it down!
Ali Harbi Ali was arrested at the scene and was later questioned about his motive.
Domestic or hate-related in any way? Pardon? Terror.
He'd been free to travel there to carry out the deadly attack, despite having been known to the anti-terror programme 7 years earlier, but his risk had been deemed low and his case closed. A review found he was exited too quickly, and the government decided that the findings, along with the inquest and court case, meant a public inquiry is not required. Today, the Home Office refused to change that decision and instead offered them another review.
They are saying that this time people will have to give specific answers. If you're not compelled by a judge to give answers, how are you going to get the answers? Because there's definitely a wall of silence and nobody wants to touch this with a barge pole. We know who did it, the person's in prison, but what about all the people that made decisions not to follow up on him, and then the Member of Parliament dies and we all just carry on with our lives? We're living in dangerous times and nobody is taking this seriously enough.
She says they'll follow the government's plan for now. A public servant who fought for nearly 40 years for his constituents. His family won't cut short their battle for justice for him. Helen Keenan, ITV News.
Spurs legend Martin Chivers has died at the age of 80. The forward played for the North London club for 8 years, scoring more than 170 goals. He also made 24 appearances for England. In a statement, Tottenham Hotspur sent sympathies to Martin's family, calling him an all-time great. Spurs will wear black armbands in tonight's match at Bournemouth. Singer Jessie Nelson has made a public plea for more awareness around a rare genetic disorder after revealing her twin babies are unlikely to be able to walk. The former Little Mix star gave birth prematurely in May. Since then, her children have both been diagnosed with type 1 spinal muscular atrophy. Early intervention is crucial in preventing the progression of the condition, with Jessie now pushing for a test to be standard for newborns.
When you know that there is something that can be done about it and it is life-changing to your child, that's the part that I cannot accept. And that is why I'm going to shout to the rooftops about this. I just want to reiterate that if this is caught from birth, like this, it's just life-changing.
Yeah. Still to come on the programme. Royal recognition for the charity executive championing West London's Afro-Caribbean community. And they are just for Christmas, so what becomes of all the trees? Well, Sally has been finding out. But first, it's not unusual to go down for a local boozer and hear friends talking about their big dreams for the future. And while many end up scrawled onto the back of a coaster, for two women from South London, it took them all the way to Hollywood. Vic Silverman and Norma Hibbert concocted and perfected a screenplay entirely in their free time and have just returned from the City of Angels Film Festival in Los Angeles, where they scooped 2 awards.
And the winner is 4 Hours by Norma.
Yes!
But they are back here now, and I am delighted and thrilled to say that Vic and Norma join us here in the studio. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very
much. Oh my gosh, what a Christmas gift. It was only in December, wasn't it?
Yes, yes.
And here are the awards. And you won 2 of them. What exactly are they for?
One is for the best screenplay, so 4 Hours won best screenplay.
Drama.
Which is a thriller.
Yes.
Thriller, yeah. It's a historical thriller. And the second one was for our logline, which is a summary of our screenplay.
Goodness me, listen, let's talk about the screenplay, because it's called 4 Hours. Now, it's in a historical drama based on real-life events. Now, try and give it to me in a summary version, because I've never heard this before, but this is fascinating.
So,
without giving too much away.
We don't want to give too much away.
Very little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so a shy academic who's black is in Heidelberg doing his PhD.
Okay.
And he does a little impersonation of Hitler and is surrounded by stormtroopers.
Oh, wow.
True story.
True story.
Goodness me.
And he has a 4-hour meeting. And it's those 4 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's not fluffy, it's deep, guys.
It's
this
deep,
one is deep, isn't it?
It's deep.
Oh, my goodness me. Listen, you don't want to give too much away for obvious, understandable reasons. But this has been a real labour of love for both of you for many years now. And as I said before, you did this in your spare time because you have full-time jobs, don't you? So where did it all happen, this writing this amazing screenplay?
So Vic and I have known each other for Well, a lot of years, yeah.
I think it's 29 years, aren't
Yeah. So, I mean, we bonded over our children. We were the outcasts at, at school gates. And yes, so, and then we both had parents that were, had Alzheimer's. And we started writing a very, very dark comedy around that. And then we discovered this story, this untold story, and we really wanted to get it out there.
Yeah. I mean, getting out, this is one of your kitchens, I'm assuming. So it wasn't
My
just
kitchen,
your
yeah.
kitchen, but also in the local pub. You go there after work in the evenings.
Yeah.
How inspiring was that then?
It was good. It was good, yeah.
JD and Coke was very inspiring.
It's going to say.
And we also have a South Bank Centre, which is brilliant for, you got the Thames, you got the inspiration.
And going back to the, the award ceremony in LA as well, I mean, how just amazing was that, just being part of all that world? Because you're both from Brixton originally, aren't you?
Yeah.
But this is something completely different. Is it, they call it La La Land for a reason. Is it? Is it crazy?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I think our background from South London, we're very, very grounded.
Yeah.
We've got, no airs and graces, etc.
Good moves on the dance floor as well, that I can see. Very good moves there, celebrating. And look, the question I have to ask as well, and obviously I know you want to be a bit tight-lipped about it all, but the Screenplay, the whole purpose is to get it made into a movie.
Absolutely.
So, guys, where are we with that?
We need an agent.
Yeah.
You need an agent, okay.
We
anyone
need a
watching?
director and a
anyone
producer.
watching and a producer, okay.
Please.
And the other way of doing that is you've got to make all the contacts that you can, haven't you? Yeah. So you have to.
Yeah, which is why we, Vic and I, haven't got a lot of spare cash, but we saved up and we went to festivals like Cannes, London Film Festival.
Yeah.
And, when we went out to LA, we were so determined to make some really good connections.
Yeah, and we did, actually.
Well, listen, guys.
Fantastic connections.
You've already got yourselves these awards. You did it all on your own, absolutely on your own. I have complete faith that next time you're going to come into the studio to chat to us, they're going to be Oscars, maybe. They're going to be Oscars.
Oscars, everything.
All of it, okay. Listen, Vic, Norma, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Right. Sally's here. You're listening to all that. Where are our awards, Sal? Honestly. Listen, the big day was about 2 weeks ago, but people have been getting rid of their Christmas trees. Was it yesterday? Was that the last day?
Yesterday was the last day.
Yeah.
I mean, I started doing Christmas stories mid-November, and I'm
Of course.
still on them.
Of course. Yeah.
I've only got to wait another 10 months to start them again, but I did one today. So you don't want to put your Christmas tree on the dump because it gives off methane. You can ask your council if they recycle them. But there is a hospice in North London which has got a brilliant idea, and they are raising money as they recycle people's Christmas trees. So I went to see them today, and I got to go out in a van. Let's take a look.
I bet when you've done this, you never want to see another tree.
No. Not for another 12 months.
Not for another 12 months.
John and Dan are a bit like post-Christmas elves. We're on our way to collect Christmas trees. It's a sad sight seeing them by the road, but where there was once a silver bauble, there can be a silver lining.
You're the mystery men who rock up.
We are indeed, yeah.
Take the tree, and then it's all done.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yay!
They're going to be recycled, which is not only better for the environment, it can raise much needed money for charity.
Brilliant. Thanks, John. Okay. Oh, it's such a beauty. But it will go to good use. Still smells good. Now, Dan, John, give us a wave, lads. And around 85 volunteers have been part of a very clever scheme. So the North London Hospice have organised 3 days of tree collections in the area in exchange for a donation. They tried it last year and it was so successful that this year they've been inundated.
Last year we had 300 trees and we raised £6,500. This year 1,200 families have booked us to collect their trees and we've raised just over £21,000.
You must be thrilled.
It is amazing.
Right, Dan, let's get these off. Oh, I've got a tree in my hair. Nice, probably an improvement.
We've now travelled to the chipper to see that it's not just families and the hospice who benefit, but the planet too.
Where do you want it, Dan?
Anywhere here.
If I can get it out of my hair, hang on.
I can give you a hand.
Oh!
Sorry. I'll give you a hand.
3, 2, 1.
Instead of the trees being dumped on a dump and rotting and releasing methane, which is bad for the environment, they're chipped and then turned into mulch or compost. For the North London Hospice, every pound and therefore every tree is vital.
And how crucial is the money for you at the moment?
So it's fair to say the hospice sector is struggling, and we are also struggling. We're running a deficit budget. So every tree that we collect, every donation is going to make a real difference to us in the coming year.
They are fully booked for this year now, but next year hope to collect and raise even more. Christmas is over, but its spirit lives on.
Christmas is over, but it felt quite Christmassy yesterday because it was snowing.
I know.
It was snowing, wasn't it? But are we going to get any more? Is it more?
Well, so Storm Gretty comes through tomorrow, and it's on the back of that we might get some snow and sleet as we go into Friday morning. There is a yellow warning. It's right on the edge of our part of the world. We can show you this graphic here. So you can see it just crept in a little bit further into Hertfordshire now. So it covers St Albans, Harpenden, goes down to Chesham and just creeps into places like High Wycombe. So they're in the yellow warning. We're perhaps more likely to see something. But other parts of London through into Friday could still potentially see some snow and sleet, if not rain, and we get the wind as well as it comes through. So slightly iffy conditions. Another one to watch out for potentially Sunday night into Monday, although that's still a few days out. So I know for those of you who want snow, keep everything crossed. And for those of you who don't, you keep everything crossed too. Let's take a little look. Here we go.
Come rain or shine, Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
Hello again, and a very good evening to you. Hope you had a lovely day, and I hope this beautiful little kingfish is going to be all right as the weather goes a bit downhill. By the end of the night, looking a bit murky and drizzly, and then through tomorrow, particularly the afternoon into the evening, turning wet and windy. And on the back edge of Storm Gretty as it comes through, that's when we're likely potentially to see some snow and sleet if we do, but if not, we will get some rain and of course that wind as well. But let's take a look at the here and now. Outside, we've got quite a lot of clear skies initially this evening. Do watch out for the potential for some ice, but as the night goes on, you can see much more cloud heading our way, and by the end of it, a bit of patchy light rain or drizzle. Temperatures coming down to around freezing, so it'll be another cold start tomorrow morning, and a bit grey and murky, lots of low cloud. You might want an umbrella if you're out in the morning with that drizzle, although initially it's not too bad tomorrow. It's really as we go through the afternoon and into the evening, you can see this rain arriving, and it could be quite heavy as well. Temperatures getting up to highs of 4 to 6 degrees, so again, not particularly warm tomorrow. And then through the evening, that rain is heavy and persistent, the winds pick up, and probably into Friday morning, if we're going to see any snow or sleet, that's when we're most likely to see it, and if not, we will get that rain and that strong wind as well as Gretty moves through. But it is likely to linger on Friday, so not a particularly pleasant day at the moment. It does improve though for Saturday. It could still get a few showers, but otherwise looking a little better. And we're also just keeping a heads up Sunday night into Monday, as that might be a bit wintry as well. A few days off though, we'll keep you posted. That's it, cheerio.
Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
And finally this evening, a woman who has dedicated her life to providing a place of comfort and joy for African, Caribbean and South Asian people in West London has been awarded a British Empire Medal. Jazz Brown runs the Nubian charity in Hammersmith and Fulham, which provides hot meals and social support, as well as activities and events to the community it serves. Carolyn Sim went to meet her.
It may be January, but there's no sign of the blues here. For 3 decades, the Nubian Life Resource Centre has provided support, company, good food and a family atmosphere to hundreds of people.
I feel happy. We all look after one another. It's good. Can't wait to come. We feel at home when we come here.
And now the woman behind it all
did you like it?
has been given a royal seal of approval for her work.
I've had the exciting news of being awarded the British Empire Medal for Civic Services.
How does that make you feel?
It's a really lovely feeling to be recognised and to have the work of Nubian Life recognised. It's a really lovely feeling.
This is the only daycare centre for African, Caribbean and South Asian people in Hammersmith and Fulham. Twice a year they have a tea dance and a whole host of other events like gardening and cooking.
Being around other people that are aging at the same time as you, you've got shared history, similar experiences, and so you've immediately got that peer support.
So where do you get your drive and enthusiasm from?
I think probably my mum. You know, my mum's in her late 80s and she's still working, very active, and just passion. I really enjoy what I do. I love our client group. I love working with older people. And I just come from a family that have a sense of community, taking care of community.
This isn't Jazz's first accolade. In August 2024, she was awarded an honorary doctorate at the University of West London. Her father, Ronald, was honoured too. This was him getting his MBE from Queen Elizabeth in 1997.
My dad was very quiet about it. He was silently proud, but I just think it's that moment of recognition that actually everything that I've been doing means something externally. So it's not always about what it means for you, but it just means I've achieved something for the community.
And the hundreds of people Jazz cares for believe she is truly special, and quite literally, she deserves a medal. Carolyn Sim, ITV News, Shepherd's Bush.
She really does fantastic work there, Jazz. And that is it from us for now. The evening news is next with Mary, but from all of us on the London team, bye-bye. Have a great evening.